Ada mini lecture is going to deal with creating your own types in Ada and looking at enumerated types. Now, one of the unique features of Ada is its own type system. So, for example, if I wanted to have a type solely for storing temperatures and my range went from 32 degrees to say 212 degrees, I could create this in Ada, and then I could create a variable of type temperature, say x of temperature, and what this allows is Ada will no longer allow values outside of that range to be possible. So when we compile this, we see warning, value not in range of type temperature. So when we try and execute this program, it will not work. Now if I change this to be within the range, and output it, we can see that it indeed does work. So Ada allows us to create our own types of a specific range. And this can be very useful if you know that you have information that is supposed to be in a particular range. So Ada will force your program into working, or it will completely stop the program and raise an exception. So this is a very, very powerful feature of Ada itself. Now the next part is dealing with enumerated types. Now, just like what we saw before, we have the type and then the name, and then instead of a range of numeric values, in this case we are going to specify 3 different words, red, blue, and green. And then I'm going to create a color, or a variable named C of the type color, and assign its value to be green. And then we can use our comparison, say C equals blue, and if that's the case, the sky is falling because I set it to be green, so obviously this should never print. And then we have to consider what happens when we assign, say, a numeric value to it. So some programming languages, if I assign 0 to an enumerated type, that's okay because this would represent 0, 1, and 2. Whereas in Ada, that is not possible. This is a compilation error. The only way to assign values is to actually assign it based on one of the options given up here. So in this case, this program should print out all is well. So this mini lecture dealt with creating your own types in Ada and creating enumerated types.